Today, we're going to make a Lego man from clay. The shortcut is not to make the body with clay only, but with foil, and then wrap it up with clay. Before starting, you should know what you need to make a minifigure. Step 1. Get the supplies. Step 2. Get your clay texture tools ready. Step 3. Decide what your minifigure will look like. Today, we're making a simple Lego person, but you can use your imagination and go with a James Bond Lego man. It can also be a wizard, math professor, or any other cool character. You let me know in the comments who you're making, okay? Let's start the magic. I'm using aluminum foil for the body's core. I rip the foil, make a rectangular shaped ball, and then cover the ball with clay. The next step is making arms and legs. For the skeleton of the arms and legs, I'm using thick wires. I'm drilling the way to the components and then put the wires on the sides. They serve as the arm bones. Then we need to repeat the same thing for the legs. Rise it up. Let's help this fella stand up. I'll mount him on a block. Now that he's standing, I'll build up the fleshy bits of the legs. Lego Anatomy 101. Lesson 1. It doesn't have to be a conventional minifigure. I hope it's not too late to say this, but try to make your figure a bit larger than it is typically. It'll be easier for you to work on it. So I'm smoothing everything out, and then I'm adding details like kneecaps and ankles. I'm not going to be obsessed with them though. I'll just make the basic adjustments. I want to give it a onesie to wear, so the onesie will cover the feet. I'll stick to the original design. I have this urge to give him sandals, but I won't. Onesie blue jeans and a basic white shirt are okay. Let's come back to building the body. As a neck, I'll place a coin-shaped piece of clay horizontally on the top of the body, and then we need to stick it to the chest. For the head, I'm using a shortcut again. I'm making the skull from the foil and the skin from the clay. How? I'm cutting the extras out and fixing the head with the body. Here's some important info. Watch out for any air. There's air left between the clay and the foil. You need to let it out, or else the air will expand. If you intend to have a minifigure with a shaky head, well, that's fine. But to avoid this, I open a small hole in the head to give that air some room to escape. It worked. I'll stick the head to a wire. Then I place that wire in the body. Now the head, neck, and chest are all connected to each other. The wire keeps them together. I chose to make the basic Lego man, so it's without any hair, but you can feel free to add some hair. Now let's make his face. So I'm starting with the eyes. I'm creating the eye sockets first. Here, both eyes should be aligned. I pre-baked some tiny eyeballs for the eyes. What happens if it has 3 eyes? Okay, I feel like I'm stepping too far into customizing. For the mouth, I'm making the line as a base. Then I continue bulking up the facial details. Details can get lost in the usual Legos, but here, I can make this one with plenty of details. Wrinkles, skin textures, all that sort of thing with the help of my clay texture tools. I put some extra clay around the mouth to make lips. Then I stick them into the face. The mouth is widened. Definitely looks good. The next step is to cover the arm bones with clay and give them shape. This upper arm should be thicker. The wrist is thinner. Here it's important to adjust the arm to provide the correct angle. Legos can only move in certain ways. The angle and ability to move are interconnected. Next, we're making hands. Okay, you know Lego hands have a unique design. They hold stuff with their paw-like hands. I'm giving my Lego that shape. For the final touches, I'm adding some wrinkles to the knuckles. Let's put in some skin folds inside due to the clamp-like hand and wrinkles on the knuckles. I'll even add the nails too. Lastly, I'll add some more clay to the top of the head. I give it the shape of a connector. Now you see that the sculpting is almost finished. The next phase is painting. First, I'm using white. To make the Lego man look lively, I'll cover it with a pinkish skin tone as a base coat. I'll also add yellow to give it a more realistic skin tone. Yellow skin is also a well-known feature of the original Lego design, so I'll stick to that. I'm using the makeup sponge. This will help remove the brush strokes and allow them to break into creases and cracks. Basically, I made sure the yellow color covers everything, just like skin would do. Keep brushing with different shades of yellow. I do that to give the skin depth. I continue by painting darker bits around all the wrinkles. Then I use a sponge to highlight the paint. Next, I'll paint its mouth black. I thought I might continue with the eyes since I have the black paint. I'll paint in the eyeballs. Now, let's give this man some clothes, food, and shelter. Well, okay, for now, maybe just clothes. Here I go with colored clay. It's much faster and easier. So, blue clay for the jeans and white clay for the shirt. I started thinking about the texture. I use a piece of fabric. I cut a strip, lay a flat sheet of blue clay on top of the fabric. I roll them both. You can use a dough roller or a pasta machine for this. Finally, it's time to dress the Lego man up. I cut the fabric clay jeans into strips. I covered the legs with the clay strips I cut. I begin with the ankles and move to the belly. Now it looks like one-piece jeans. I add more blue clay to make the wrinkles and folds. I even add a zipper and pockets. These small details give him the realistic look I envisioned. Moving on to the shirt. I'm repeating the same process here. Again, I cut some slices from colored clay. You pick yours, red, black, pink, I'll go with white. I start with the belly and go up to the neck and finish with the arms. I cover the whole upper body. I add the small wrinkles and folds here too. It already looks fairly realistic, but I'll continue. I'll add the collars and I'll touch it up with different shades of paint. I might as well make the final adjustments to the jeans too. It looks more vibrant now. I go to the edges with a lighter shade. The clay already has its color, but I want to cover all the parts. I painted some parts with light blue as a highlight. It's time to make those eyes shiny. UV resin to his eyes? Yep. Where's it going to stay though? In a Lego block? Makes sense. You could make a Lego block from other materials, but we started with clay, so we might as well continue with it. Colored clay? Yep, here I aim to make the old school green Lego block. Naturally, I work with green clay. So I'm making a rectangular shape from the clay and putting the Lego on it to measure its feet size. I'm making small circles to imitate the connectors on a regular Lego block. I like how it turned out. There, I have a mini figure on the stage. It's your time to shine, little man. Did you make your own Lego man together with me? Let me know about it in the comments.
That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.